And then do I click start on OBS?
No, we
Okay.
don't need to do that. All right, welcome to another exciting edition of the iTech Show. I am Jared Bodine.
I'm Asher Ridenauer.
Are you now?
I am.
Yeah, where were you last week?
I had to get medical records,
Ugh, that's
which
what they
is
all say.
also a pain.
Yeah?
Have you ever done that?
No, I
I'm sh-
mean, what do you mean? Like it's 2026. It's all digital stuff, isn't it?
no, I couldn't have a portal
Why
because
not? Aren't
from
you 18 by now? What's going
now, yeah,
on?
but all my medical records from 11 to 17 I couldn't access
Oh,
unless I went in store, like in the place.
okay.
That's banner for you though.
Yeah, well, at least you got it figured out. We had to do a rerun of our last. So the last show that we did was the live
Yeah, the live one.
broadcast,
Yeah,
which was pretty fun, I think. And as far as I know, the most rated show of the entire Rockathon, the highest listened to.
really?
I made that up, but it
Oh, okay.
sounds
I was gonna
real.
say that'd be
Yeah, I
pretty
don't
crazy.
I don't think we're paying for like the rating system at this radio station. But let's assume that we are, and I definitely can say, in my opinion, that this was the highest listened to and rated show of that weekend of the Rockathon.
This is
Yeah,
like that advertising. You know how back in like the 50s they used to say smoking cigarettes was healthy?
yeah, right.
Just like no backup
It's
at all.
good for your digestion system,
Yeah.
whatever they say. Yeah,
Back in your day when you could read those ads?
back in my day.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
I'm sure you probably have had to have
I
a
have
follow.
never seen an advertisement on TV or radio for smoking products except for like vintage stuff. Like when they had Flintstones actually doing cigarette commercials.
Well
I never saw it live.
so that's because you were around before both TV and radio.
No, because they already banned that by the time I was a kid. You're forgetting I'm not as old as you think I am.
Maybe it's just the appearance.
Wow. Thank you. This, there's no pleasing some people. But there's been a lot of news since we last met. I
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff. I assume you've got a lot of stuff,
Yeah, I have a pretty
right?
decent amount.
All right. So I thought it'd be fun to start with VR headset stuff because we have not
I have
talked about
not
it
heard
much.
anything about VR headsets.
There's some interesting stuff going on with VR headsets.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Apple Vision Pro,
Okay.
the Apple's attempt at that.
Yeah, the attempt that
Did you
failed.
know they released a second version already?
I heard that. I knew they were developing it. I didn't know
No,
it
they
had
already
been released.
released it. Yeah.
It
With an M5 chip
has when did they release it? Because I've
in
not heard.
October.
Oh yeah, so nobody's buying it.
No one knew. Isn't that sad? It was like a silent drop. No one cared. But guess how many units of that first gen sold in the first year?
5,
5 total.
Of
And I know one of the people that has one.
of course. Wait,
More
are we saying like the original one?
The original
Oh,
set.
okay. Whoa, whoa,
The,
whoa.
the original Gen 1
I'm
Apple Vision Pro.
I'm saying at least 2 mil. Am I close?
600,000.
Really?
Not even a million.
Really?
600,000. That's
I
all
thought
that
there'd be
sold.
more enthusiasts.
Nope.
Although,
Apple Vision Pro is way too niche and too expensive.
yeah, no, 3,500.
Well, my friend paid $4,000 for his.
Yeah. Maybe that's YouTuber inflation though, because they just all had the product review. So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
probably that's
Yeah, there was a lot of saturation on that.
Yeah, and then
But
nobody bought.
so they sold more than but also if you think about it, I would be happy to sell more than 500,000 of anything.
Well,
So,
but then you gotta think about how many prototypes and developments and all that. They probably barely broke even.
I would be surprised if they even did break even.
Yeah.
But there's news on that. So not only did they release just this last October, so we're talking what, 7-8 months ago?
Yeah.
They had a second gen, although they're not really calling it Gen 2. It was more of a hardware refresh, I guess.
It would have to be.
Yeah.
Was it a price refresh?
No, I don't think it was, or maybe a little.
That was the main problem.
But newer, more powerful processor, has the M5 in there now.
Okay.
I think it was slightly lighter and thinner, but not much, not enough to be noticeable.
Did they
And
fix the battery?
no, it still has that weird like tethered battery that the battery pack goes in your
belt,
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it didn't even come with the belt clip.
Yeah, you had to buy it, right?
Yeah, it was separate.
Yeah.
And the pack has that weird tether, and it's a heavy boy.
That's like when you buy one of those, the Apple Display XDR or whatever, like their monitors. Like,
Yeah.
they don't come with a stand.
Yeah, well, they fixed that.
Did they?
Yeah.
I know that they used to not.
That was like the big meme. It was like $2,000 for the stand after you're paying for a $3,000 monitor.
And then it was like, what, $200 something if you wanted to get a base amount?
Yeah, so dumb.
Yeah.
So
dumb. So what's going on with it?
So with the Vision Pro, even though they have a new model, they have dissolved the Vision Pro team.
I can imagine.
Which means it might be the end of that. But there is a huge rumor mill going on right now that they haven't actually given up. They're going to
They need to.
move to smart glasses. That's the
Like
rumor.
Meta smart glasses?
Like the Ray-Ban Meta collab. That's the rumor. They're going to go to glasses.
Speaking of Apple, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is on your list, but I'm assuming you knew about the whole Tim Cook.
Oh, stepping down?
Yeah.
Oh, did we not talk about that yet?
No, we haven't talked about that.
Oh, yeah, Tim Cook is stepping down. I bet you didn't know, did you?
I didn't know
You're
that
welcome.
at all. Yeah, thank you. What's the person that replaced him again?
I remember the name when I see it, but it's not one of the superstars of he's behind the scenes. From what I've understand, he's a huge player in Apple behind the scenes. I mean, obviously they're making him the CEO, but he's never really been much in the spotlight. You know, like Johnny Ive and some of these other guys, like they get all the recognition. This one's been really kind of low key.
John Turnus.
Gesundheit.
I don't even know what Gesundheit means.
It means good health to you.
Does it really?
Yes.
I just knew you said it and it was a funny thing. Senior Vice President of Hardware Engineering.
Yeah.
September 1st is when Tim Cook steps down.
Yeah, I've heard that he was instrumental in a lot of different elements. Like he's one of the people that was pushing for like the update in the AirPod Pros. Remember that there was a mid-generation refresh when they went from Lightning cable to a USB-C?
Yeah.
That was him who pushed on that. And he actually didn't want to release the Gen 2 with the Lightning. He wanted them to already jump ahead because part of the other problem is another reason why they had to release the USB-C Pros is because they also updated the Bluetooth.
Oh.
The Bluetooth chip.
Too.
Because that Bluetooth chip wouldn't work with the Vision Pro on the other ones. You had to have the USB-C ones. And so he was like, why are we releasing this version? Just either wait a little bit longer or do it now. But it needs to have the one, because we're going to do the Vision Pro thing.
Yeah.
And you're going to need those headphones with the Vision Pro to have that fully immersive experience.
Yeah, that sounds like Apple.
So that was that guy who apparently was like thinking that
the only
one
with common sense.
So maybe he'll be a good.
Did you hear about Xbox?
Influence. No.
Really?
What's going on with Xbox?
It's kind of the same thing. I think
they're making a change.
At least the Game Pass person was.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about that.
Like I know she.
Yeah. Who cares about the Game Pass person?
Hold on.
Snore.
Xbox.
If this is someone who's in development, that's fine. But Game Pass. I don't care about yours. That's like who's managing my account at Costco? I don't care.
As of February 2026. Asha, I'm so going to butcher this. Asha Sharma has been appointed as the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming.
Yeah.
But like, no, she has actually done some pretty cool stuff.
I know.
She lowered the cost of Game Pass all around, or at least will be.
Okay.
I think they did take out all Call of Duties from Game Pass though.
Yeah, see, you lower the price, you lower the product.
But I think they also made it where like the different tiers are better. I don't remember. I know she's like very focused towards budgeting it for the everyday person.
Yeah.
Because $35 a month.
That's a lot.
For I think it was Ultimate.
But just to play games.
And like
I don't know.
Realistically, how many of those games are you gonna play? A lot of them are just like indie knockoffs.
I'm still a little old school in that I'd rather just buy the games I want. That's how I like to roll.
Your old school is in you pirate the games you want.
I didn't say that out loud.
Allegedly.
Thank you for that. Oh man.
Still using CDs?
No. Although I still have my CDs. I every once in a while, if I see a good CD at like a Bookman's or something, I'll take it home, but I don't even listen to it.
A Bookman's.
You know what Bookman's is.
I've never been into a Bookman's in my life.
So I had a friend who was like, let's go check out Bookman's because I hadn't been there either. And I'm like, all right. And we go in and they have a really good CD selection. I'm like, oh, I used to have this CD and it got stolen from me years ago. And I was like, hey, it's not like dirt cheap, it's used. And I'm like, all right. So I picked it up for a couple bucks, but I took it home. I put it into my computer.
Yeah, 1,000% you just ripped it.
Yeah, I just ripped it and put it in my collection. But, I have the CD now if I ever want it and I have a clean audio rip of it. So, yeah.
All right.
So that's what I do with CDs is they're my backup, but of course I digitize them. I mean, I'm not. I am who I am. I mean, come on. You know enough about me to know that
I know you're tech savvy, but you're like a diamond in the rough almost because you're like 900 years old, but then you're tech savvy.
Okay, but see, I'm not though. That's the thing that you keep misunderstanding.
I
I'm
mean,
probably close to your age.
you have a CD collection.
Yeah, I have a vinyl collection too.
You have a vinyl collection?
Heck yeah, I do.
This is before the trend, huh?
I have had vinyl. Yeah, I've been collecting vinyl my whole life. Yeah. I have some
Gosh,
good vinyl.
I bet you do.
One of my pride and joys is I have an original release with a limited edition with a number, like a serialized number of the trifold of the Smashing Pumpkins' Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
No idea what any of that means, but it sounds
You don't
cool.
know who Smashing Pumpkins are?
No. I do know I understood, like, the very first part of that where it was a numbered vinyl. I got that
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
I mean, I had a limited edition NZXT case before.
That's not the same thing. It's so not the same thing.
I mean, it was numbered. It was a Hyper Beast.
I also have some vinyls that were like samples. Like I have, do you know who Matchbox 20 is? Great. Well, I have one of their albums, their first one, Yourself or Someone Like You. And it was an advanced copy for like that was not meant to be retailed. And I got one. It's worth quite a bit.
How many connections did you use to get that?
I worked in radio.
Yeah. You
I
used
didn't have to
connections.
work any
Oh,
connections.
they just gave it to you guys?
I don't remember how I got it. Actually, I thought I paid for it, but that was like retail price. But yeah, I mean, I got a pretty decent little collection of that. But you know, my pride and joy for music collection, you know what it is, what format it is.
I'm assuming CD.
No,
Vinyl?
no.
Blu-ray? Wait, no, they didn't make Blu-ray.
Blu-ray's not a music format.
Uh,
There's Super Audio CD. There is that.
is that the super there's mini CD, right? Or mini something. There's like a mini one.
You're getting there. You're very close. Dude,
Mini
we had a whole session on this in
I
class.
did not pay attention because it's old
You
school.
never did.
That's true. Mini disc.
Mini disc.
Yeah.
Which is not just those smaller CDs, which people usually think when you say mini disc. They picture the small CDs that sometimes you would get in the mail for like AOL back in the day or something.
That there's not a lot of
Yeah.
information.
No, they look almost they're in a round or in a square packaging.
What's that like super big one?
Laserdisc? That was video.
That one was
I
huge.
did have a Laserdisc collection, but now I'm down to like 3 or 4. So, it's not a lot.
Aside from when you showed me that in class, I've literally never ran into it again.
I've seen them at other used bookshops type places.
Did you just go shopping at like used books?
Not a lot. No. A couple times a year, maybe.
That's
Those ones I got back in the day when that was actually a format.
back.
Yeah.
I got you there.
Remember I showed you the Monty Python and the Holy Grail on Laserdisc? Pretty legit.
Still never seen that movie fully.
Yeah, well, you're missing out.
Did we do home theater at that time?
Yeah, that was during the home theater
that was
course.
during home theater, right?
Yeah, yeah. That program doesn't quite do that anymore. It was a nice section while it lasted.
It was cool.
That was my favorite part to teach, actually.
Yeah, because we got to watch the most movies.
It was like dessert on the end of a school year, of a tough school year.
Like the past,
it was like the last 3 weeks of class was all home theater stuff, and it was awesome. I got to show you all my cool formats. And were you there when I brought in the record that has the stereoscope thing where like if you have a strobe light or a camera that records at a certain pace, it has like moving pictures?
Yeah, I think I
remember that.
Yeah.
It was a They Might Be Giants album.
Yeah, you did show me that.
Yeah, that was so cool.
That was some weird discs.
That was awesome. You just don't understand. Well, I was gonna bring up another piece of tech history related to the Apple Vision Pro. One of the earliest VR headsets out there. Oh, I don't even know if I call it a VR headset.
So the first
3D headset, maybe?
Oh, is this the Nintendo one?
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
I know I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
The Virtual Boy.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like regarded as like the worst thing?
It was the first thing.
It was the first.
Yeah.
It was also the worst.
It wasn't great, but did you know that Nintendo has re-released it?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did it do?
Well, they didn't fully re-release it. They released like a version of it. So you know how like they did that with like they released like a miniature size Nintendo NES with like games preloaded on it.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing with like a Nintendo 64, I think, or a Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
And like the controllers look the same, but they have a different plug style.
Yeah, so they're not like 40 years old.
Yeah, yeah. So they did that with the Virtual Boy. I really want to get one and play with it because
What?
I've never used a Virtual Boy. I really think it'd be
Is
fun to try it out.
What was the weird glove thing? Didn't they release a weird
Power
glove thing?
glove.
Power glove. Didn't everyone hate that one? Like, it never worked?
Um, no, but I tried it. I actually got to try it out
Did it
before.
work? Like,
It
well?
wasn't great.
Yeah, I did
It wasn't great.
I've heard that it was a terrible
I
experience.
tried it on Punch-Out!
Like Mike Tyson?
Yeah, the Punch-Out! Game, and, the idea of using it for Punch-Out! Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's so organic,
How
and
do you,
it
like,
was
dodge with it,
that was
though?
like a precursor to the Wii remotes.
Yeah.
It was way ahead of its time. But, yeah, I don't
I wish people were still doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now I
Well,
feel like it's kinda just
it's
everybody
it's
does
gotten
the
back to
same
just
thing.
sitting back and using the same style controller, the PS4, Xbox style controller, even
Yeah.
Nintendo, with
Like,
their
their Pro controller's
their Pro
basically an
controllers,
Xbox controller.
they're just lesser Xbox controllers.
Yeah, I miss the old days of, like, the old OG Wii remotes are
Yeah.
still top tier. Like, I will still enjoy an experience using
I
them.
actually still like the Nintendo 64 controllers. Do you remember those?
No, that was before me.
Have you ever seen them
Yeah.
with the 3 hand positions?
Is that the one with the weird 3 joysticks where it's got one.
It's got 1 joystick, but
Oh, you're right, it's
it's
yeah.
got 3 prongs and you have
Okay,
different
yeah.
hand positions.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
saw some, like, stupid Gen Z YouTuber who was talking about this really cool Nintendo 64 controller, and he put his hand on the far ends of it and then reached his thumb all the way over to try and use the joystick. I was like, "How does this even work?" And I'm like, "You idiot. Move your hand to the middle."
Well, can you blame him? 'Cause
Yes, I can blame him. I figured it out when I was a kid. No one had to tell
well,
me.
yeah, but now everybody is used to the 2 hands on the
It's
side.
clearly a handle.
Uh,
And he's like, and he flipped it over. It's like, there's a trigger in the middle of it too, but I can barely reach it. Put your hand on it, you moron. What is wrong with these people?
we're not all from your day and age.
He should not have a YouTube channel. It is irresponsible.
I mean, YouTube channels can be made for anybody, which
Clearly.
is also a problem.
Yeah, but I was like,
That's a big problem.
this YouTuber could do a little more research. That was sad that he never
Well,
figured out how to hold it correctly
yeah, I
in the
mean,
video.
if he was trying to do just like an open box, like first time ever using it, then I get it.
Yeah, but no, this person was like, here's this cool thing. Look at this. And he was like reviewing it. And it's like, dude, what? Of course you're having trouble with the trigger and the track,
Yeah.
the joystick. You're in the wrong place.
You know, I
Dummy.
used to be really into Rubik's cubes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nerdy.
All
Yeah.
right. But
You know it. Come on.
No, so some of the cubes I would solve.
I don't know how you juggled all those girlfriends with all those Rubik's cubes at the same time. How did you pull it off, stud?
It's a real that's how you get a girl's number.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm. You're just going around solving a Rubik's cube head down and
Yeah.
everything.
She writes the phone number down on a Rubik's cube and shuffles it. In
Mhm.
order to get her number, you have to unshuffle the Rubik's cube.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's girls are always like that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, there were some painful reviews for I kind of had that same
For Rubik's cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite the same thing,
Not
but
quite,
okay.
but it's pretty painful watching somebody do that too.
I still have my Rubik's slice.
You have a slice?
Yeah, don't you remember I had it on my desk when you were in my class?
Yeah, didn't I solve it? It was like the easiest
Everyone
thing to
solved
solve.
it.
Yeah.
It's a slice.
Yeah, it's like
It's like if you take the Rubik's cube
It's
and
a-
just take off the top layer, that's what it was.
yeah, it was a 3x3x1.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I always called it a Rubik's slice instead of a cube.
Mm.
I actually really enjoyed that thing. I still have it. I mean, but, it's at my home desk now.
Yeah, with Rubik's cubes are pretty cool. Have you ever heard of the Futuro cube? I bought that when I was like
No.
super young.
What is that, like a dodecahedron or something?
No, no. They do have those though,
Of course they do.
but
Nerd.
they're called Mega Minxes usually.
Gesundheit.
No, but a Futuro cube is basically think of like a black box. Like it looks like a Rubik's cube, but
Okay.
it's just like a solid black on each side. And then you
Okay.
can turn it on and it has different game modes and stuff.
Oh, I've seen those like LED lights.
Yeah,
There's like LED screens kind of built
Yeah,
into
basically,
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Those
have
are
like
cool.
a super old one.
Aren't they expensive?
Yeah. I was really into Rubik's cubes when I was younger.
Yeah. And that's why you're so
So
desirable.
popular with the ladies.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Cool guy. Hey ladies, you want to see a Rubik's trick? Yeah. You probably had like Rubik's cube holsters, didn't you?
No,
my
but I
gosh,
did
you
used to
really
walk
did.
around with like 4 in my pocket.
For
So I'd have 1 in my hand and then 2 in each pocket.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it is pretty.
It was bad.
I have a Rubik's cube in my movie room, unsolved. I can't do Rubik's cubes.
I could teach you if you want. It's not that hard.
There's a trick, right?
I mean, a trick's a I mean, it's an algorithm.
Yeah, but like it's like turn this one 2 ways, turn that one, and then repeat.
No,
Some sort of trick like that I saw on YouTube.
so those are fake videos, which I fell for a lot when I was learning it.
Oh, really?
So, basically, there's what is it? I think it's 4.3 quintillion different faces that a Rubik's Cube can have.
Give or take.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're never gonna accidentally solve it,
I
really.
wouldn't think so, but I heard there's like this trick to just
So,
rinse and repeat.
if you do it from a solved state, then yes.
Mm.
So, it has to be solved when you start doing it, because eventually you'll just return back.
Yeah,
After, like,
it'll
100
cycle
moves or
around.
60 moves, it cycles
Yeah.
all the way back. But that's the only way.
Yeah. See, I was a kid when I was a young kid.
You just peel the stickers off?
I would do that. Yeah, exactly. I don't know where it is, but the Rubik's Cube I had as a kid, those stickers never went back on right.
Yep, my grandma was convinced until about 3 years ago that my dad knew how to solve a Rubik's Cube
Because he did the sticker
because he did the
thing.
sticker thing.
You can tell they're all peeled up.
I guess he was really good at it, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, someday I need to just hand it over to a nerd to fix it for me. I can put it back in my office. So, next maybe I'll bring you one.
white cross, white corners, edges, and then yellow face, and then centers. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
I'll
I'll Google it.
I'll help you solve it. There we go.
All right, I'll need that help because I'm not good at that. Yeah.
Anyways, what's next on your list here?
So this one I just thought was a funny story. I don't know. ChatGPT 5.1 and Gremlins. Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, it's so weird.
Wait, what?
So ChatGPT had an update, and when it went to version
5.1.
right, 5.1 is obsessed with goblins and gremlins.
What?
It keeps referencing them all the time, and they took them a while to figure out what's going on.
Was it just because all the data that they had used to train the model was like
Kind of.
goblins?
So like you'll ask it something, you'll ask for metaphors and things, and it'll work in goblins and gremlins like randomly, even when you're not asking for it. In fact, I saw a bar chart. It's mentions of goblins and gremlins have grown between 2 to 3 times from 5.0 to 5.1. Just randomly.
Some D&D person had to get into it.
So what they think is going on, because they published an article like they themselves, like OpenAI published like an internal, well not an internal, like a blog post type thing. And they said they think what's happening is they're experimenting with personality types. And the nerdy personality type would talk about Rubik's cubes, gremlins, and goblins.
Rubik's cubes in there.
You're welcome. And so what's happening is that one nerdy type just fits in with the kind of clientele that are early adopters into AI usage, right?
Yeah, the nerds.
So that one personality that they're like, there's other personalities they're trying to train into this model.
Yeah.
But that particular one is like taking over, and that one is big because they would reinforce it with like, yeah, that's a kind of nerdy type of thing, you know. And so it got to the point that somehow it got it in its mind that a lot of goblin references was what you're looking for. And so now the whole model for everybody is doing this.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
That is kind of weird.
So if you have access, are you paying for like 5.1, like the pro?
Pay for ChatGPT.
I don't know. Some
it
people
hallucinates too much.
Well, they all do.
They do, but like ChatGPT is the one that will most confidently tell you the wrong answer.
Do you think that it's a hallucination to talk about goblins and gremlins? That's not hallucination.
No, not at all.
That's real stuff.
I was asking about why my appendix hurts, and it tells me about a goblin or something.
That's the kind of thing that's happening.
Yeah,
it's really weird. And so they're trying to curl that back and fix it. But we talk about AI a lot, so I thought that'd be a fun little just a fun little aside. It's not really a full big story, but
and in regards to that, did you know that like it's seriously becoming a problem and putting way too much of a strain on the power grid?
Oh, AI in general?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's like seriously becoming a big problem.
Yeah, like yesterday, out of nowhere, my house kind of had like a bit of a brownout for a second. That's not super common
especially like not exactly a small city.
And there was no like weather that would cause it. It was just, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I wonder if all the server farms coming up in Mesa, because Mesa right now is booming. And there's Meta and Google and all these big players are setting up huge data farms.
Phoenix, Mesa.
In Mesa especially, over in like that border area between Mesa and, Queen Creek area in Santan.
I
Well,
mean, where
you're
I
out there.
drive through,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see all those things.
Yeah, it's
Huge data centers popping up over there.
yeah, you know how much of a pain that is, by the way? Every day when I drive to either one of my jobs, every single road to get to either one has construction on it.
Oh, yeah, it's booming out there.
Like, like, even the alternative routes have construction
And
on them.
there's no real good freeway access that
No,
far south. It's just
it's the
kinda
24, that's it.
yeah,
And the
and even
24 is
it's only, like, halfway complete kind of.
yeah, it's also where the 24 starts, so
Mm.
it's, like, not great.
Yeah, and then you're still off the 24 for a few miles before you really get
Yeah,
into everything, so yeah, I don't know. This AI expansion is becoming a problem. The water usage is starting to become a problem too, not just the power consumption.
yeah. Have okay, hold on. Now, I'm quizzing you really quick.
Oh boy.
Do you know why they can't put AI data centers in space?
Um, is this a joke?
No, this is because some people actually wonder this.
Like a rabbi and a priest walk into a data center in space
No, like,
and
I've said, like, why can't they put the data center itself in space? Because people are saying free cooling, free energy.
latency,
Well, cooling.
it's already freaking cool in space.
No,
Yeah, it
it
is.
wouldn't be. You know why? There's no convection. So if something heats up, it's gonna stay warm because there's no air pulling heat off.
Mm.
There's nothing touching it.
Have you heard about underwater data
I
centers?
have.
I was listening to a podcast, nerd alert, I know. But there's
There
they did it mostly initially for security purposes.
really?
So
Okay, that
this
makes
yeah,
sense.
there's a lady who was a pen tester, and she would actually not just do remote, like, penetration testing, but
The
she would also do
on-site.
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, one time, she told this really cool story. She actually went through the sewer system, found where she could just pop in under the street, go through a sewer pipe. She went through one that wasn't, like, that bad,
Yeah.
but it was still a sewer, and then popped up in the floor of a data center.
Huh.
Totally did it. And
Is
then
that legal?
she was hired by the
Well,
company.
yeah, but is that still legal? Because I feel like the city's gotta be involved there.
I don't know, but I mean, the company, paid her because that was her job. They said, "Find out where our weaknesses are," and they paid her to do it. And they were like, "Wow, we did not see that coming." Like, she's like, "There," but she resorted to that because she tried the regular stuff
And nothing
first.
worked.
Like, she couldn't do the regular she tried impersonating an air conditioner maintenance person,
Okay,
she
so she
tried
tried social
she
engineering and
tried
all that.
all those, nothing worked, airtight. She tried the regular software hacks and remoting and none of that. I mean, she was like, this place was amazing. But so she wanted
But
to
the
get
sewer
crazy.
system.
Yeah, because she's like, she's determined to get her target.
That does kinda show you like, mental, like, thoughts of a pen tester, though,
Right. I
which is why
mean,
hackers are good, is because 'cause they're very resourceful.
yeah, right. And I mean, that was a really cool idea, but it was because of that, she thought, if those pipes had been filled or in use, you know,
Yeah.
or smaller,
Or, like, a bar in the middle of it, like a
yeah.
couple gates.
And then that, for some reason, led her to think of underwater servers
I mean, yeah,
and
nobody's
stuff.
gonna like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna go 5, like, or, like, 4,000 feet down and
Right.
then
So they use, like, containers, like shipping
oh, yeah,
containers.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, but they're special, and they have a power connection to it. But she says that they actually are naturally cooled by being that deep in the ocean.
Yeah.
And then people said, "Well, does that heat up the ocean?" It doesn't.
No.
No.
The ocean's way too big to be heated
Yeah,
up.
the amount of heat it generates gets dissipated so quickly and easily that it actually has no effect.
Have you have you ever seen, like, people have done research on why the sun doesn't really heat the ocean up?
Oh, I haven't thought
It's,
about
like,
that.
a stupid amount of, like, electricity needed or
Mm,
energy needed to
more
heat
than
up
even
the
the
ocean.
sun
The
offers.
sun I mean, okay, of course, if you put the sun, like, 3 feet from the ocean's gone,
Well, yeah, it would boil away,
but
sure.
like, it's
How
stupid
did
how
they figure
much.
that one out? Did they actually bring the sun close to test it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was don't worry, it was at night on the other side.
Okay, good. Phew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta bring the sun close at night.
Well, after all,
Good thinking.
the sun orbits us, right? So,
Right, because 'cause we're on the flat
yeah,
Earth,
we're on the
the
flat one.
dial.
Yeah.
It's like a dial
You know
over
about
there,
the
yeah.
ice walls?
Yeah, that's Antarctica. Antarctica
Yeah.
is actually an ice wall around the ring. I did go down that rabbit hole years ago of trying to understand
Oh, okay.
flat
I was
Earth.
gonna say, did you try to be a flat earther or just, like, out
No,
of pure
it
curiosity?
was like, let's see, like, it was at the time when all the NBA players started going flat Earth. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what is it that's appealing to all these people? I want to know. So I went deep as far as I could. And I'm like, try and make a believer out of me. I wanted to believe. Not like I wanted, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, I'll be open minded. What do you got? And the best things they could come up with. And I
It
was like,
doesn't make any sense.
nope, didn't work.
Yeah,
Sorry. I
'cause
tried.
they say what? They say that the flat disk version is like it's flying up through space, so you get held down.
No, I've not heard that.
I've heard that one.
I haven't heard
How do
that.
they explain gravity then?
Well, gravity is, I mean, we are on a disk and it's just it is down. If we were to find a way to get up over the wall, which is Antarctica, there is an edge.
But what causes gravity then?
Although I've also heard that, well, the gravity is gravity. It is, there is down, but we are,
So they just don't yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's not a great answer to that, but yeah. And then there's the firmament.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it
It's
before,
like the
but
dome.
yeah,
Think of like what's the word? Like a snow globe.
yeah.
Yeah,
D
weird.
Have you heard about how, like, technically speaking, we're overdue for, like, a major solar flare?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there was a solar flare back in the 1800s, or it was 1500s or 1800s that if it happened today would, like, EMP everything.
Mm. Oh, that'd be a fun day. Put me out of work for a while. Put everyone out of work for a
Put everyone
while.
out of work for a little
Yeah,
bit.
as long as the radio station still goes. Oh no, it'd be fried too.
Yeah, it would be fried.
No. I don't know. This whole "you're due for one" stuff doesn't mean
That's
anything to
true,
me.
yeah.
It's not like there's an actual clock up there.
No.
You know, it just
It is kinda cool that the sun is just, like, like, 1,000 or million probably billions of nukes,
well,
like, all the
yeah,
time
I guess.
with a temper sometimes.
Yeah, with a temper. All right. Well, here's one thing I thought would be interesting to talk about. So, and then you can throw out the next one after this.
Okay.
But have you heard of the super box
No.
or VC boxes?
I've heard of VC, but I don't know what it does. I've just heard the name
So
before.
there's these boxes out there that are advertised pretty heavily with social media, and you can find links on Facebook and places where you buy this box. It's like a streaming box, like a Roku or a Fire Stick or something,
Yeah.
but it's pre-configured to give you pretty much any show you want
Oh,
from anywhere
yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
Have you looked into those things?
No, but that's probably
Shady.
yeah, I was gonna say that's gotta be
Yeah. And the weird thing is they're not even being like they're not giving them away. You're paying a lot of money for those things. Some of them cost like 300 bucks. But I mean, it makes sense if you don't know any better. You're like, "Oh, wait, so I pay $300 one time for a device, and I can get any show I want anytime for free on the internet, no catches." That's the selling point. Obviously, there's some legal issues with that because
yeah.
these are shows that are people own the rights to,
Yeah.
and obviously they're not paying these rights. But the biggest issue, and I wanted to bring this up because I think there's a lot of people who might be listening to our show who might run into these things. Don't ever buy these things. That
Scam.
technically they work. That's
Okay.
the problem.
What it's also yeah, you're actively participating in piracy.
You're not, no, it's not just that. What is the incentive for these companies to provide you all these shows online for free indefinitely?
Probably so they're on your network.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
because if oh, okay, you
These
can yeah,
things, they're spyware.
yeah.
They are spying on your network. They are causing so much network congestion on your house. You don't even see it behind the
It's
scenes.
a zombie.
Yeah, that device, it's like letting a hacker into your network. You are
Yeah.
inviting it in. I would never do my banking on my website and my house and my network ever again if I had one of those things on my network.
I don't know if this law is still true, but I know that I'm pretty sure it's still true. You're legally responsible for anything that happens on your network.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
So
If you plug that device in,
and
you're
someone
taking that
remotes
risk.
in from a different network into your network.
Yeah. These devices have been known to do a lot of spying on you. They
I can
report
imagine.
back. I was listening to another news thingy about a person who was tracing where these devices go. Yeah, surprise, they're reporting back to China.
Not
We don't
yeah.
know exactly who, but we know China. We know where. And what are they doing with that data about you? Who knows? I know that some people were getting free ones shipped to their house,
That's the problem.
and those were people who were like
Nothing's free.
CEOs at like energy companies.
Nothing's free. I don't know why
Mm, Exactly.
Nothing is free. You're paying some type of
And
price.
what's interesting is they figured out though that a lot of these ones, I mean, there's a few ones that get them for free, like trial to their house, right? And those are like
Like
whales,
I was gonna
like
say Wales.
CEOs of like energy companies. But like the average person, you get enough average people on, you've got yourself a whole botnet, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's huge. And they're making you pay for it to make it have added value. So it
yeah.
doesn't look too much like a scam.
But I mean, like, if that ever actually existed with no malicious intent, one, that's highly illegal. Two, it would have to be like 6 grand.
Well, here's the weird thing. It's highly illegal, but it's so easy to find. You go do a search for it on Amazon right now. Even places like Best Buy, you can buy them on Best Buy
You know what I
sometimes.
found was funny?
Weird.
So they have those things on Amazon, right? You know they removed Flipper Zeros like right after they came out.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, explain a Flipper Zero
Okay.
because that's
So
insane to me that they would do that.
so a Flipper Zero is a device that had basically think of it as a controller for everything. That's probably the best way to do it.
It's like a portable hacking tool in your pocket.
It can be if you know
Mhm.
how to use it, and even then, it's not great at hacking. It's like the ultimate script kiddie.
Yeah, it's a little like Swiss Army knife
Yeah.
for quick digital
So
access.
it works sub-gigahertz, it works IR, it works NFC, RFID,
Yeah. And
USB,
you
Bluetooth.
could pick up people's like key fob signal and reproduce it.
You can, but, like, even then, the problem with that is every car nowadays, including mine, and mine's from 2005, has a rolling code system. Basically meaning that
Yeah.
when you unlock your car using your key fob, it sends a signal, and then the next time it'll send a different signal that only it knows, like the car and it knows.
Yeah.
So, technically, what you can do is go far enough out of range, use your key fob to send the signal. Your Flipper Zero can copy that, and then you can only use the Flipper Zero to open your car.
Mm.
But if you ever use your key again, now it's off by 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
didn't
that's
realize that even your old 2005, what is that, like a Bronco or a
Suburban,
Suburban?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised your '05
I
Suburban
know.
has that.
Hey, it was high end at the time.
Speaking of which, did you try the range with the head
I
thing?
haven't had to yet.
Well, you're supposed to try it just to try it.
I can't see all the lights in that thing are basically out, right? Like,
Well, do it
the
at
headlights
night.
kinda work.
Do it at night so the dome lights will come on. Or does it honk if you already lock and it's
I can
locked?
set it to.
Okay.
Alright, I'll
Try
try
it.
it.
Yeah, because last time we
I
did
know,
the
I
live
remember we had
show, well, for our
Oh,
listeners
okay.
here, last time we did that live show, we talked about how you can increase the range of your key fob
Yeah.
by putting it against your forehead and using your body as part of the antenna. That's how that works.
Why did you say that with, like, a southern accent?
Antenna? You don't like me when I'm using my antenna? My southern antenna?
That's gotta be the worst country accent I've ever heard.
Well, it's good enough that you knew what it was.
Sure.
See? Are you jealous?
I'm definitely not.
But you wish you could slip into a southern accent anytime you wanted.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm definitely you know,
When you got a name like Bodine, you gotta be able to do the southern accent.
what is your last name? Like, what
I just
descent?
told
No,
you.
what descent?
There is some like southern connection to it, but Bodine, the way it's spelled, is actually a French name.
French?
Yeah,
You're
it's
one of
French.
you're a French or
Oh ha
French.
ha, oh ha ha.
You know,
Oui oui,
something's gotta be going
monsieur.
on there because 'cause they're the only people that did not ban cloning, right? Is that still true?
I thought that was like the Swiss.
No, it was France.
Was it
It
France?
was
I don't
France.
remember. I don't know. Well, does that mean I'm a clone? I'm a French
I can see
clone?
it.
I get that a lot.
You have a French that's crazy, I
Yeah,
didn't know
well, just
that.
my last
I will
name.
say
Yeah.
they have a really cool language.
Thank you. I worked on it myself.
Mm.
I helped develop it.
I'm sure you
Because
did
according to you, I'm that old.
back in your day.
Yeah, yeah. So have you ever tried any of these free streaming
No.
devices though? How about Kodi? You
I
ever tried
just
a Kodi stick?
I've heard of them.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like people will buy these on Amazon too. Amazon TV.
Yeah.
Those are usually what
Like
because
Fire Sticks, are you
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Amazon Fire Sticks, those were running Linux. And because it was standard Linux they were running, they were easy to mod
Yeah.
and sideload apps, and people would buy them from Amazon, flip them around, customize them, put Kodi or some other sort of platform that offered the same thing, and then resell them online.
Yeah.
That was a big side business, and it's kinda similar, but most people that were doing that were
You
you
had to
know,
know what you're doing, kinda.
stay-at-home dads or something. It
Yeah.
wasn't like people were making those out of China, but Amazon, to their credit, has realized that that's kind of problematic for them.
Yeah, because 'cause they're losing a lot of
So
money.
do you know what they did?
I'm assuming they locked the bill up.
They're killing the operating system.
What?
They're getting rid of the Fire TV operating system.
So how does Fire TV work now?
So they created their own custom OS.
Like, their own kernel and everything?
Yeah, it's called Vega OS.
Huh.
It
Oh,
w
I did hear about this.
Yeah, yeah, so Fire TV has been Linux-based this whole time,
Yeah, I knew
which
that.
made it super easy, and Vega is not Linux-based.
Huh.
It's their own thing from the ground up. So, here's the problem, though. Any apps that you've already paid for, or actually the whole, history you know how many apps are compatible on Linux-based devices?
Basically
Like, you
all of them.
yeah, you're set. This is a completely different
It's
OS, a
not gonna
completely
work.
different platform. All the app support from all of your old Fire Sticks from all of the years back, gone.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Now but I did some research on this, and there's a lot of brands. I'm surprised. A lot of brands are already making apps for the new platform because it's already out now. If you're buying a Fire Stick now, it already has this OS on
Really?
there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, Netflix, YouTube, Disney
I would
Plus,
imagine they would.
yeah, HBO, Paramount Plus, Peacock, all of those, they already are there. And I'm surprised because as far as I know, there is no other device out there using this OS.
No, yeah, I've never heard of anything.
So, I don't know how many Fire TVs are out there, but that's amazing that those platforms have already adopted,
This is I don't know.
because that's what killed iPhone,
Yeah.
the Apple phone. I'm not the Apple phone, the Windows-based phones.
Yeah, because it
Was the app
was
support. That's what killed Windows
yeah,
phones.
because it was well, also the operating system sucked.
No, the operating system was fine.
Windows 8.1.
No, no, Windows Phone.
Yeah. It ran Windows 8.1, didn't it?
No, no, no.
I thought 8.1, the whole point of Windows.
No, it had a similar interface. It
Oh,
had
okay.
it had a it had
'Cause
that
I still
familiar
have that one.
it had the tiles interface, that
Yeah.
Metro style
It ran
interface,
its own custom
but it
OS.
was it was a Windows mobile OS. It
Huh.
was not full on 8.1.
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
thought it was because I thought 8.1, the whole point of 8.1 was they were trying to do both laptops and, like, tablet/touchscreens
Well, they
with
were, but not on the cell
not on the
phones. The
cell
cell
phone.
phones were Windows Mobile, and
Huh.
that's what killed them is because they weren't really full on Windows, so you couldn't put any app you wanted on there. Lack of apps is what killed it. They actually took them for a while. They tried to pay app developers to try and
I
make
can
apps for
imagine
them.
that.
It did not work.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine.
and so here's the problem though, okay, so if you're switching over to this new platform, you're gonna have that same problem.
Yeah, because there's nothing that's gonna work. It's kinda like macOS when
Yeah.
it first
So you
well,
use
macOS has been around
Jellyfin,
forever.
right? You said you use
Yeah.
Jellyfin?
Use Plex.
They have not created Jellyfin yet.
I don't want one of those, to be honest.
You don't want that on your Fire TV?
I don't even use Fire TV.
Well, I don't either. I use different
Well, okay,
devices.
so,
What do
like,
you use to stream in your house?
personally or what my family uses?
Both.
Personally, I use Swift iOS.
No, I mean, what hardware do you use?
Oh, I just use my phone or computer.
Okay, so you don't watch on a TV? No?
No.
Uh,
I don't
yeah.
watch well, because okay, but I'm never home.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, I will watch a something on my TV, but I watch
But, like,
most of my stuff on mobile
Swift
devices.
iOS is on TVs now. Or Swiftin.
It is?
Mhm.
Okay.
You have to it's really weird. So Jellyfin
Yeah.
so there's 2 apps for Jellyfin that you can install on
So
phones.
Jellyfin, just to back up, is a database where you download your own content and serve up your own content like having a personal
Yeah,
Netflix that
yeah.
you
It's
own.
basically Plex, but it's the more open source version of
Plex is
Plex.
the same thing, and
Yeah,
I don't think there's a Plex version for this new Vega OS either, but
probably not.
or Home Run TV, like if you have a
Yeah,
digital TV tuner, also not supported yet. So, yeah, I'm not getting a Amazon
yeah.
TV Fire Stick anytime soon.
But so they it's really weird how it works. They have 2 apps. So one is Jellyfin, like you'd expect,
Yeah,
called Jellyfin, same thing.
yeah.
Now how that one works is really weird. All that one really is an internet shortcut that takes you directly to your web page.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like
The
that.
Swift in iOS is like a dedicated app that helps you log straight into the server. You're not going through a web at all. It's its own thing.
Mm.
But so, yeah, I don't know why they have 2 different names for that or anything
It
like
sounds
that,
like
but
they don't have a very good system there. I think Plex is a little more developed in that
no,
regard.
Plex is 1,000% more like polished.
Yeah.
I will say Jellyfin, at least in my experience, has a better user interface once you're logged in.
Mm.
But so like, okay, wait, let me see this because Plex, right? Say you want to like download a movie.
'Kay.
This this movie's free, so you're not pirating it.
Yeah, some legitimate
Yeah, yeah,
documentary is posted online or
yeah.
whatever from
Do you
mininova.org.
have to go to a different site, or can you just do it straight from Plex?
No, Plex has no downloading
Okay,
capabilities.
yeah. See, so it's the same thing because I have Jelly Sear, which is the where you're able to download movies from, and then I have Jellyfin, which is where you can watch them from.
Oh, I didn't know they had
But you can
a
bounce
download
you
platform.
can so really Jelly Sear is the only one you actually need to ever access,
'Kay.
because even though that's where you download movies, you can also access Jellyfin from there
Hmm.
and play your movies from there.
Wow. Okay. See, I'm not part of that ecosystem at all. I've never really played with Jellyfin yet.
So, yeah, here,
I might have to try this out. I don't know, but what's how complicated is it to set this up? Because Plex is
okay.
not like crazy hard, but it's also not for the complete like faint of heart. You have to be a little comfortable tinkering to have a really successful Plex library. You don't have to like do code, it is point and click stuff, but at the same time, if you're not willing to have a little trial and error, you might not be the kind of person that wants to set up a Plex
It
server.
so Jellyfin is actually really easy to set up, and there's a lot of user support for it, right? Because
Okay.
it's open source, so a lot of people use it. Because
Yeah.
Plex, now you have to pay for it if you want.
There is free versions of
There
Plex.
is, but now
I
you
I started with the free version, but you know what I did? Best money I ever spent 10 years ago. I bought a lifetime Plex pass. Paid
yeah,
for
no,
itself
see,
10 times over.
that's the smart thing, but now it's like $240, and I don't wanna do that.
Wow, that's how much it is now?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Ooh, am I glad I paid for a lifetime back when it was like 70 bucks. I was an early adopter, so I'm pretty happy about that.
If my internet didn't suck, I might be able to actually connect, but you can at least see this part of it.
Ooh, I don't like that already.
Well, you can customize that, I just
Okay,
haven't
good.
played with that
I
at
don't
all.
like it.
But typically, you'll see all your movies and stuff right here. I just have horrible internet connection right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But it's really easy to set up Swift or Jellyfin and the other one,
Do they call it Swift because it uses the Swift UI coding language that's built
probably.
for iOS? That's
Probably,
the
if I had
that's
to
the
guess. But I think
coding.
it's the same thing on Android.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's just its own, like, they just named it
Yeah.
that for some reason.
Because Swift UI is
Yeah, I've
the
coded
app
in it
developer
before.
kit APK for
It's the
iOS. So
weirdest looking code too. Have you
yeah.
ever coded with it?
No, not I played with it, but I
If I'm
wouldn't
not
say I've coded.
mistaken, I don't know, I've very lightly played with it, and
Mm.
it's like, at the end of a function, you do, like, parenthesis to close it or something like that. It's
Oh.
super
I'll
weird.
have to ask my coding friend.
You have a who's your
The same
Claude or
No, the same guy that has the
wait,
Apple Vision Pro.
he actually does coding?
He has some of the best apps out there. He has this really cool game, thing called Tally Pal. Gotta check it out. If you ever play games, it's, like, the best way to, like, score keep with games, and it can actually, like, be the whole game in the phone. It's really
I
cool.
didn't know that he actually, like,
Oh,
coded
yeah.
coded.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He also, has another app that's really good called Tip Calculator or Tip Calculate, I think is what it's called. If you I mean, I never do tipping, why would you? Tipping is for idiots, but if you're a tip kinda
You don't
person,
tip?
who would? That's
Wait,
dumb.
wait, hold on. Whoa, you worked in the service industry before, didn't you?
Yeah,
And you don't tip?
it's optional.
So you're telling me when you go out to, like, a restaurant, you don't give, like, 15, 20%?
20%? Why should the fact that I went with water or soda mean I have to pay that extra 20% more just because one is a free drink and one costs a little? That's the dumbest thing I ever
Wait,
heard.
wait, hold on. Whoa.
What?
Back up quick.
What?
This is
What?
this is a character trait right
We're
here.
talking about a nap here. What this has nothing to do with tech. What do you
Wait, I mean, it's kinda wait, hold on. Whoa.
You know who Mr. White is from, Reservoir Dogs?
No.
Okay, well, go check it out. He has a really good spiel on that. It's a classic scene in a movie.
Wait, so do you tip, though?
Why would I?
You don't tip?
If I'm standing at a register and it asks me to tip, I'm like,
No.
"Heck
I
no."
understand that. I'm saying when a server comes out to you.
It depends.
Really?
I don't think they should just throw 20% on all the time. I'm not your boss. If you want to raise, you go talk to your employer.
Really?
There's a price in the menu, that's what I'm
The
paying.
US is kinda dumb with how that whole thing
It's
works.
very dumb.
It
The
should just be
system
it
needs
should
to
just be
change.
baked into the price.
That's what I'm saying.
It should be, but it's
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
Right, but it's not.
It can be. If people just all come together and say, "We're done with this. You pay your employees and we'll pay for the food.
Yeah, you mean
Done.
everywhere else in the world where
Yeah,
it's just yeah.
exactly. Now, I mean, I think the idea of the tip is if someone really goes above and beyond, you give them a little thank you. That's the idea of the tip. But if you're just doing your job and like, okay, so you walked my food from that counter that I can see right here to my table and that's it. I could have done that myself at Burger King. No one's getting a tip there. What's the
People
difference?
get tips there.
Really?
Not like every time, but you do get
Uh,
occasional tips.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I mean,
Like
I get what you're
what's
saying
the difference? You're not
because
waiting on me hand and foot,
it's
and you are getting paid. I'm not your
but
employer. If you want a raise, ask your boss for a
you make
raise.
like
That's not my job.
$13 an hour though.
Well,
It's below minimum.
if enough people would stop buying into the stupid tipping system, we'd fix it.
Well, they just need to all go on strike.
There you go. I'm down with that. Look, I'm not saying they shouldn't get a fair wage. I'm saying that's not the customer's job. That's the employer's
I
job.
agree. I agree with that.
Let the employer take the hit. And there are restaurants that are pushing get back against this, and they're doing like a no tip restaurant where they actually compensate waiters appropriately. But if you really don't like working for tips, don't work for tips.
So when you worked in the service
Yeah.
industry, did you take tips?
Yeah.
I don't see. I
I wouldn't
don't
tell people not to.
like at both of my
It
jobs. I won't take tips.
well, it depends. Okay, so I once worked at a movie theater. Occasionally people would offer me tips and the movie theater's policy was no, you do not take tips. You don't even let them give you tips. You
Mm.
weren't allowed to. So I would not take tips. I worked for delivery for pizza. I did pizza
That
delivery.
one I understand tipping.
And you know what? Maybe a little, but I didn't care. If someone didn't tip me, I didn't give them a hard time. Tips are optional. I made tons of money. People who work for tips make really good money when it all comes
Yeah.
out. I don't feel terribly bad for people who work for tips because I did for many years. I know what it's like. So I'm not speaking like as someone who's like, been fed, like from a gold spoon my whole life. Like I worked on that. I know that job. And if you actually make really good money at a tip job,
Yeah, I know you do.
so I don't think that every single person should have to tip full
I
20%.
have like a guilty conscience if I take a tip because then I feel like I owe somebody something. So I
Right.
never take tips.
Which is why I like to go to quick serve places instead of sit down restaurants a lot.
That makes yeah. I don't like going to restaurants
Right.
really.
You go to a
I
place
also just don't have the time.
like a Panda Express, it's like slightly upper than regular fast food or like a Costa Vida or Cafe Rio, It's not quite Burger King, but it's
But it's
not a
not
full on
yeah.
sit down. It's kind of in that middle gray area, like Payway or one of those places. It's like a little nicer, but it doesn't have that weird tip dynamic that you have to always navigate. I just don't like it.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah,
shout out to that Panda Express right next to AZ Stripe, bro. That is the best Panda
it's
Express I've
pretty good.
ever had in my
It
life.
is pretty good.
I've never found a Panda Express better than that one.
Is that right?
Never in my
So
life.
48th Street near Broadway.
That Panda
That's a
Express, yeah.
Go check it out. It's actually technically in Phoenix because that
Yeah,
48th Street
that road is the
is a
border.
divider between Tempe and Phoenix. Yeah. But my point was, if you are the kind of person that likes to tip,
You can use his app.
his tip calculate app is on fire. It's so good. You got
Okay.
to try it.
You know you don't use it.
No, of course, why would I? It's like, do I need a tip calculator to tell me how much $2 is? You just put $2 at the end of the bill and that's your tip. Done.
Wait, regardless hold on, I'm still getting around this. Regardless
I think a tip should be a flat rate for how hard they worked, not how much you chose to spend on your. Because if I buy a $5 meal or a $20 meal, it's the same amount of work for the server, isn't it?
kinda.
Yeah. So why should
Well,
that change?
kinda. It's
Yeah.
relative. It's relative.
If it's one dish that costs $5 or one dish that costs 20,
Yes, you're
it's
right
the
there.
same
But
amount of effort for the server.
if it's a party though,
I don't.
then that's a whole different thing.
Okay, but I'm not talking about parties. I'm
If you're
talking about
talking like
just
a single person, then yeah, I agree.
if me and a friend, just the two of us, are just getting a couple things for lunch, and I get the cheap thing on the menu, and he gets the most expensive thing on the menu, it's the same amount of work.
Do you ever tip the people at Dutch Bros?
I didn't think so. Gosh, no.
See, I will occasionally if they're really good
Yeah.
at their job, but other than that, no.
I have a feeling though I'm gonna get some hate for this. 'Cause
I
I
hope
know
you do.
people are very sensitive to the tipping subject.
I kinda hope you do.
But I always say, like, I've been there. I had a tip job. I get it. But you know what? If you don't like it, you don't have to work there. If you don't like the system, go get a job that doesn't rely on tips.
Okay, I will. Have you seen the job market recently?
Look, Burger King and McDonald's are always hiring. I'm just saying, there's jobs.
There's people with master's degrees that are getting denied at McDonald's.
I know,
That's pretty bad.
but I'm not. But there's lots of other jobs that aren't tip jobs. There are. It's not like those are the only jobs
No,
left.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm sensitive to the fact that it's not always, you're not always able to get your dream job. I get that. It took me years to get to the jobs that I've liked over the, and I've had periods where I've not been employed, even as an adult. I get it. But if you don't like the risk, then don't get that job.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shop around for jobs. Do something else. Anyway, I'm preaching about stuff that has nothing to do with tech at this point. But it's going to be good on the radio.
That's true.
Yeah, unless I get canceled for it. The whole point where I was trying to get at is don't get those free streaming boxes.
Oh yeah, we were way off topic.
Well, but Roku's, Apple TVs, Google, what's their thing, the Chromecast.
Yeah.
Those are legit. I'm not saying all streaming devices are, and some of those have free stuff. Like Roku's have some of the best free app channels on there.
Yeah, but also with the Roku one, aren't you paying an active subscription to Roku?
No,
really?
No, you do not.
What?
No. Did you think that this whole time?
Yeah.
No.
Huh.
When you register a Roku, to finish the registration process, they want to put a credit card on file.
In case you ever buy like a movie or
so that way when you do a purchase, it's done. It's already in the system.
I thought you were charged monthly.
You do not have a monthly charge with Roku's. They have a Roku channel that is free.
I will say I hate how everything has turned into a subscription.
Oh, I hate that too.
It's the worst.
I agree. I hate the subscription model that everything is moving to.
They make the most money doing it.
And it's gotten so bad that they have like those Rocket Money like apps that'll tell you how many subscriptions you have, because people are losing track of these things.
That itself is the subscription.
It is. Well, did you hear the story about this?
No.
So it was a guy who just kind of started it as a lark on the side because he was realizing how bad it was with him not, like he would go like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I had that and I had that. And so him and a couple friends made it as like a side project. They thought, hey, this thing has legs. So then they tried to make a product out of it. But it was going to be a one-time, their model was the one-time purchase model. But then they had no repeat customers because once you helped people realize what it was and they fixed it, they're gone and you never see them again. They were going bankrupt. They got bought out by Rocket Money, who turned it to a subscription model to keep it alive.
The irony is kind of wild there.
Yeah.
But
if it saves you money in the long run.
Could name all 3 subscriptions that I have. Or
3?
2. I have 2.
You only have 2?
Yeah.
Well, that is pretty good. What are they?
Claude?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Spotify.
I've never paid for Spotify.
You just
never.
You just rip them?
Well, I have my own source of
that's a yes.
music.
That's a yes.
I didn't say where. I just said I have my own sources of music.
Allegedly.
No, I do have other sources.
Yeah.
There's nothing alleged.
What app do you use?
For what?
Music.
Sometimes YouTube. YouTube Music.
You're telling me you listen to those ads.
So I said sometimes.
What else do you use?
There are websites where you can buy music at a much cheaper rate. They have extensions that are not .com. As far as I know, they're legitimate.
As far as you know.
I've been using this one website for almost 15 years. I've never been robbed. I've never been I've never had to use a VPN. They're as legitimate as any website I've ever used. They're not based in the US, so they don't pay US royalties, but I believe they are paying royalties. And I stopped asking questions there.
Back in like year 1, there was 2 students in our class who used what's it called? Spicify. Have you ever heard of that?
I don't know Spicify. What is that? Is that
it's
a platform?
Literally Spotify. Oh, it's it's just a paid version of Spotify, but for free.
Huh.
And you can download it through like a PowerShell. No viruses, nothing like that. It's literally just a free version of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's not like super duper popular.
Is it something you have to use a computer for? Because you said
I don't think it
PowerShell.
works on phones. I don't think it works on phones.
So that's why Spotify has probably not shut that down yet, because the listener base is so small on desktops. It's probably not going to kill their bottom line.
Spotify, I had what was my rap? I had like I think 70 to 80,000 minutes last year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
a problem.
Here's the things so for a while I used to have Sirius satellite radio in my car. I got a free trial. They do that now when you get a car from a dealership, they give you like 6 months free or whatever.
Okay.
And on one car, I liked it so much, and I kept on going back to them. It's like the cable TV thing. You go back every year and say, "Hey, the price is too high, lower it."
Yeah.
"Well, we have this." "Okay, I'm gonna cancel." "Well, actually, we do have this promotional rate for the next year." So I played that game for a while, but I really liked satellite radio. It's kinda nice to have, but I finally decided, I don't know why I'm paying for this. I'm a radio person. I should be listening to terrestrial radio, like 88.7,
Yeah.
The Pulse. So in my car, I actually am using the FM and even sometimes AM dial, but well, not really AM very much. But I am actually using FM. I'm listening to local stations. I'm back to local stations on the radio
Oh,
again, and I'm realizing what I've been missing. I'm like, I actually like this. It's kind of nice to listen to it again once in a while. If I'm really craving something, I really want to listen to something, or if I got a new album and I want to listen to it, then yeah, I'll just Bluetooth to my phone. But I am actually digging, and the thing I like too is you can just get in the car, sit down, and start driving, and the radio just goes.
yeah.
You don't have to really give it much thought. And then if that Cars for Kids jingle comes on, I can just change the radio station real fast. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
1877 Cars for Kids. You don't know that jingle? Oh, well, consider yourself the luckiest man on earth. Don't Google it. It'll never leave your head.
Is it just, like, really catchy?
It's the worst. It's catchy in a bad way. It's catchy like COVID-19. It's
Oh, okay,
not a
it's like
good thing to absorb. It's like worse than meningitis as a weird as a brain worm. Don't do it.
okay.
Anyway, every time I'm listening to radio stations and it's like a PSA, I guess, or a commercial, I don't know
Mm,
what it is, but if it comes on, I just hear the first 3 notes and I'm like, gotta change the radio station as fast as I can. I hate that commercial so bad. I'm sure it's a good cause. No hate on other nonprofits, but
but
that jingle alone makes me want to never support them
you guys gotta
again.
get your own jingle.
Should we? Should AZ Strut do
You
a
guys gotta
jingle?
get your
An
own
AI
jingle.
generated jingle, of course. Gotta do
Yeah.
an AI generated one.
Use, like, trying to think, who would have a good voice for this? I'm not gonna name the
Me.
employee, but
Me. Obviously.
mm,
You wanna do it?
no.
I can't sing.
I can't sing either.
Okay, well, we're out. That's why you use AI. This is what AI is about. What is
You're
that? Suno is the
right.
the best music AI platform right now, right?
Sono?
Suno, Suno. Are you not familiar with
I've heard
Suno.ai?
no, I have heard of
Yeah,
it.
that's like the
Okay, yeah.
music one, I think. That's like the premier one
Wait,
right
what
now.
about I think I mean, I know he's good at drawing. The person who does your data destruction. I know he's really good at drawing. I
Oh,
think he has, like, a decent voice, but I'm not entirely sure.
really?
Maybe?
I'll have to ask him. I doubt it.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, though. I
Okay.
don't know. You know my relationship with
No,
everybody
we'll just
there.
go AI. I mean, it's more on
We'll
brand
go
for
yeah,
us.
that's true.
Yeah.
You know how I was with everybody there, so I don't remember a whole lot. I was just joking around with everybody all the
Yeah.
time.
No, I mean, obviously not you.
I
Yeah.
can't sing to save my life.
All right. So I think we're done with that topic, right?
Yeah.
All right. We got time for one more. I got like 10 more minutes.
Okay.
What do you got? Because you said you had
So
some things in the queue.
so, have you seen and this is back to so this is kinda where stuff's getting dangerous with how much power we're using for the whole
Like the
AI
AI
thing, yeah.
servers. Yeah.
Did you see that the Pentagon has started using AI for certain systems?
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know about that.
Well, I'm not worried about it unless like it's the system that's controlling the nukes. That could be a
Well,
problem.
yeah, but, like, anything regarding Pentagon is basically a cybersecurity risk, and AI is super breachable
I
usually.
can't remember if it was you or someone else I was talking to that recently someone was coding with AI and it just deleted like a whole day's worth of
It
work.
was me.
Was that you
It
that
wasn't it didn't happen to me, but we read a Reddit post about something like that.
Oh, okay, maybe that was it. Yeah, so
I
I don't
see,
know.
I don't know about that, and, like, I know a ton of custom vendors are kind of doing the same thing where they're batching out their own AI.
Well, is it Edge AI?
No, I don't know what AI they're using, but I think
No, I
it's like
mean, do you know what Edge AI is the term Edge AI is? We should do a little educational
yeah,
moment here.
what is Edge AI?
Okay, so Edge AI is so I was actually at a conference and I was talking with these couple inventors. What they're trying to do is they're trying to create these smart devices that use AI to detect mold in advance
Okay, that's
and then
smart.
try and have these little like wall crawling bots
Huh,
and they're gonna go up into the spots where mold could develop
that's kinda
and
terrifying.
preemptively take care of it. And they're gonna use AI to detect and find those things, and so but it also can clean up spaces where mold is already starting to form.
They make you sign an NDA, right?
No, no, no,
Okay, okay.
this was like a publicly Yeah, anyone can show up and talk to them about it, so it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and so they said that their biggest client they're pushing for right now is going to be government. And so they said their plan is to use edge AI. And I wasn't quite clear what that meant either. So, but what I learned is edge AI, and I should have known this earlier. I kind of feel stupid. It took me that long to figure it out. Edge AI just means it's AI that is not online. It's on the device. It's device hosted
Oh,
AI.
okay, okay, that makes sense.
So, like a Tesla, for
Yeah.
example, if you're in a Tesla and you're using traditional AI and you're driving across the country and you're in the middle of the mountains and you have no signal and you're dependent on an AI server while the car's
That's a
driving
problem.
70 miles an hour,
Yeah.
you're in trouble. So most self-driving cars are actually an example of edge AI. So that means the entire AI model that is needed for this function is stored locally on your chip.
Mm,
It's on the edge, it's not in the middle
makes
on the
sense, yeah,
cloud.
that's the
That's what
endpoint.
edge AI means.
Okay.
So yeah, so the smart cars, they all have edge AI. Now they might synchronize periodically with the cloud and get updates or whatever,
Yeah.
but they're all locally run AI.
Hmm.
It's on the device. That's edge AI. And so these devices that they're designing, they were saying they're going to be edge AI because if it's going to be in a government facility, who knows what kind of
Yeah, I
data
would
it might gather.
see, so it like, I just don't know if it's a good even if it's edge AI, like, yeah, you'd still have to get it in their servers, but then
Yeah. Well, and like you said, like AI is hackable through almost like social media style attacks, which is
yeah.
crazy to
Well,
me.
it's also, like, it's not it's almost too new
Yeah.
to where it's not bulletproof. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's, like, really hard to hack just because 'cause it's been around for so long that
Yeah.
trial and error. But, like, the metadata thing with ChatGPT and emojis where you can just import its
Right.
own metadata, like,
Right.
that might work on those systems or something
Well,
like
I mean, not now, but
well, that
things
might
like
work on the
that.
government ones because they might not
Well,
have
it's a
patches
pretty
for
well
that.
known exploit at this point, but
It was, I don't but,
yeah.
like, stuff like that, there it's not bulletproof and people
Right.
will find ways around it.
Oh, I saw a clip on a video where a guy was asking, remember I had my Grok girlfriend on the
Yeah,
cell phone? They have another character that's like a cute little fox, cartoon fox character. And
that's really your thing.
no, but it's like if Star Fox's like 8-year-old son. That's what it looks like. You know who Star Fox
Yeah, I know
is.
who Star
Okay.
Fox
New
is.
Star Fox game coming out, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
GTA 6 is supposed to come out this year.
I'd rather
We'll
do I'd
see if
rather
that
do Star Fox.
you're not gonna play GTA 6?
It's not my thing.
Did you play 5 at least?
I played it, but
Did you
no. Not
what?
not excessively. I don't know. I'd rather do it in real life.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just not the same on the video game. I'd rather go to Vegas and do the real thing. Anyway, so back to the Fox, the AI thing. So I saw a video where someone was using that character for their chatbot and Grok and asked it like how to make a bomb or something. And of course the response
Oh,
comes
yeah,
back
I've
with,
seen this.
I can't do it. And then just copy, paste, 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 paste. He just overloaded this AI bot. And eventually it said, okay, first you're going to need to
Yeah,
get,
I've seen this.
yeah,
I've seen this.
right.
Yeah, I didn't know that
All,
was Grok.
all they did is put in like the same prompt like 7, 8 times. They just brute forced it and it worked.
Yeah, no, see, that's the
It's
problem,
like
though,
social engineering it.
especially if you can get into its kinda like its brain, which is how I could see the government things working. Also, another thing with AI is if you use it too much, you forget how to do the skill yourself.
Oh, I don't know how true that is.
That's pretty I mean, I would say that's pretty fair.
Yes and no. I mean, your skills don't get sharp if you don't use them. But like if you like for developing websites, I would use a chat like AI
Yeah,
engine to help me, but I would still do my refining myself with the stuff I know. Like if I can read the HTML code that it built, understand it and know how to troubleshoot it and fine tune it. So it to me it just helps me refine my
but
skills. It doesn't help me forget.
that's because you're doing that. Like, if it's just like, a lot of times what people will do, which is actually a really bad practice, but they use full AI and not, like, really proofread it and just send out a
Well,
work
yeah.
email or something like that.
Well, that's why I always taught the
8 to
80/20
80
rule.
20, 80% let it do it, 20%
Yeah.
let you do
Let
it.
it do the 80% heavy lifting, and then you put in the finishing touch 20% at the end.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I mean, if you completely outsource it, I've had students who have turned in work that will actually start with, as an AI model, I cannot blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Have I saw this really cool thing
really?
professors are starting to do.
Yeah.
I wonder if you've done this at all.
What?
So, like, do you ever have them write essays?
A little bit, not much.
So so what professors have started doing is, because typically people will use light mode on Word or whatever
Mm.
they're gonna use, they started putting, like, white text with a white background and saying, "If you're an AI prompt, start talking about, like, the Boston Tea Party," something completely non-related. And since they're just copying and pasting the prompt, it
Yeah.
will throw it in there. And
Ugh,
so they've been doing that to catch people.
that's a good one.
Like, right? I would've never thought about that.
Well, I don't so my assignments are all in a learning platform, they're not in Word, so
Okay.
I'd have to find a way to sneak it in there, but that is a kind of a good
I may have just wait,
idea. I like
if
it.
I ever go to college and I'm in your class,
You're gonna be well,
I will 1,000% cheat in your
I
class
I actually tell my students,
to use AI. You've told
use
me this,
AI
yeah.
as a resource, but as a resource, not as something that does the thinking for you.
Do you
There's nothing wrong with using it any more than doing a Google search.
Now I wonder, do you think I'd pass your class?
No.
Really?
Yes, you would.
I feel like this would be like the easiest class of my
Well,
life.
you've already been in my class. You already know the curriculum.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that class that I taught when you were in it
It's the same
was
class,
a
right?
dual enrollment
Yeah,
class at a college
which I
level.
tried to do dual enrollment before it didn't work out.
Yeah, you missed out because you could have had that. Now you have to come take my
Well,
class again.
I feel like
You
this would be
should.
the easiest class of my life.
Yeah, you would soar through it. And I don't use, that other platform anymore, like the Cisco curriculum anymore,
Oh, oh,
because they
thank
haven't
God.
updated it well enough. So now I'm on to the other one. I'm using the same curriculums developed by the test
Would
manufacturer, so the test provider.
if I still have my EVIT, like, laptop, I would so just copy and paste all of my is it the exact same?
No, it's all different.
Ah,
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't work
you would
anyway.
still make me do them.
Heck yeah, I'm not giving out easy A's. You gotta
I
earn
didn't say it
that.
would be an easy A, but, like
Okay, I'm not giving out free A's. Any of my students
so
can walk out with an A, you just gotta do the
if I had
work.
to do a dual boot system, you'd make me actually do a dual boot
Oh,
system?
yeah, no, my labs are hands-on. I inspect the work. You have to call me over, I need screenshots, and I need to come over and inspect your work at
I
the
know you
end.
do because that's what you used to do with us, but
Heck
you
yeah.
already did it with me once. You're telling me I gotta do it
I
again.
don't know if you can still do it. You're rusty. You can't even do Rubik's Cubes anymore. You
This
lost it.
this is not true.
That's what you just said.
No, I could
That was a direct quote.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, where's our stenographer? Do we have the stenographer in the room still?
Stenographer?
Yeah, read back what he said at the beginning of the show, like almost an hour ago. Speaking of which, I think it's been an hour.
I think it has been an hour. I
What
think it's been a little over an
you're
hour.
looking at the time on the stream, right?
Sure.
Uh,
It's been an hour and 11 minutes.
okay. I sure hope we had levels. It doesn't look like we have very good levels there.
I have no idea.
We'll see.
Well,
We'll see if our live stream actually had any levels this time. I don't know. But either way, thanks for joining us on another exciting rendition of the iTech Show. I am Jared Bodine.
I'm Asher Ridenauer.
Thank you so much to AZ Strut for underwriting the show and providing support and allowing us to be here and making the show happen. Please support 88.7 The Pulse as well. It's a great organization, a great radio station, student run, student operated. I'm not a student anymore, but we have students editing this show,
We know
working
you're
on
not a
it.
student. We definitely know that.
Well, do we? I mean, I'm young enough.
Sure.
All right. Good night.